Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Marilyn Miller. I'm the owner of Pilates on Hudson, and today I'm actually going to do a little bit of food prep and cooking. I've noticed on my Facebook page that many of you who follow our daily posts seem to respond most to all of the comments or all of the postings we have about food and eating and dieting and stuff like that. And when I talk to friends and family about various meals that I cook, things that I prepare, so much of the time they say, wow, that's really great, that sounds great, would you please share that with us in some way? Would you give us the recipe or whatever? And I thought, you know, maybe it's just easier to show you how to do it. So this weekend I was out in visiting some relatives in the Midwest, and we were talking about eating and healthy lifestyles and all this stuff, and I said sometimes I liked to make a kale smoothie out of dinosaur kale. And they, first of all, said, what's dinosaur kale? And then they were surprised that I made it from fresh kale. So this, if you've never seen it before, this is dinosaur kale. And you'll notice it's different from a lot of the kale that you see in the grocery store because it has these really long, thin, narrower leaves. And if you kind of look at the texture on it, you can see that it's really nubby and stuff like that. So that's why it's called dinosaur kale. They say, you know, well, it looks like the skin of a dinosaur. I think they also call it black kale, and I'm not sure of the other names. And it grows on a big plant like this, and a big stalk and everything else, and we take it off and use it. So anyway, so we're going to use some dinosaur kale, and we're also going to use about half a cup of frozen banana. Banana always gives a little bit of sweetness and texture anytime you're making a smoothie. So one thing you want to make sure of if you're making any kind of a kale smoothie is you want to be sure and cut off all of the stalk as much as you can. So you'll see here on the kale this long big stalk. So you want to trim it, and of course you think, well, that doesn't give me very much. You'd be surprised how much leafy green is still left even if you trim off all of that stalk. Not once you get up here, not so much, but certainly the harder stalk down towards the bottom. You want to be sure and clean all of that off. So I have a cup of packed kale that is loosely, that is chopped and cut into, you know, small pieces. You can tear them in half if you cut that off, so maybe 1-inch size pieces or whatever. It's packed into a cup when it's really kind of loose. It's about, I'd say 2.5 to 3 cups or so. A nice size rice bowl filled with that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the kale here, and we're just going to place that directly into our blender. And the next thing that we want to do is let's go ahead, and I think we're going to use our vanilla protein powder. Okay, you can buy this at pretty much any grocery store. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. What is this? Nature's Bounty. I got it at the local ShopRite. You can go crazy. You can go to GNC and get protein powder there. This other protein powder I got, which was the organic hemp one, I got that at our natural food market locally called Mrs. Green's, but it all comes down to you. So this one is already flavored with some vanilla, so this is 2 scoops of protein powder, and this uses whey protein. So if you're going to do protein powders, you want to look at what the different types of protein are out there. There's whey protein, which is milk, dairy sourced, and then there is soy, and I think there's another one, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, so we've got the kale, and we've got the protein powder in there, and so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a measuring cup, and we're going to put about 1 cup of soy milk. Yep, still good. Was out of town for a week, so just wanted to make sure. So we're going to put a cup of soy milk in there. And then lastly, we're going to take our half a cup of banana. Come on, guys. Come on. Yes. Okay, yummy. All right. And how long does it take to do this until it's all blended together? Well, let's see. yeah, sorry, one more thing. Just for today, I'm actually going to put just a teaspoon. This is Japanese green tea, sweetened green tea, or matcha. You can order it online. You can go to any Japanese Asian market and probably get it. But if you've ever had the Japanese green tea ice cream, this is what they make it out of. So I'm just going to put, for flavor, and maybe a tiny hint of caffeine, 1 teaspoon of some Japanese matcha in there. So it'll be really, really green. And you just have to get over the fact that you're drinking something green. Actually, this mixed with hot milk in the winter is one of the best drinks you can ever have. You can even go, if you go to Starbucks, ask them for a hot green tea latte. That rocks. Okay, so here we go. We've got everything in our blender, and we're going to make our kale, dinosaur kale green tea smoothie. Blending away. And there we go. So this is my kind of regular, non-fancy blender. So if you have a Vitamix or something that really pulverizes the vegetables, it probably will do better in terms of making sure you don't have a lot of little pieces in there. But still, we'll just grab our glass. There we go. A kale, dinosaur kale green tea smoothie. Enjoy. Fabulous. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be posting more in the days and weeks to come. If you want any more information about me or my studio or anything, you can go to my website, which is www.pilatesonhudson.com. And I look forward to seeing you next time.